Welcome to JoJo's Infinite Universe, where we dive deep into the realm of infinite possibilities. I'm JoJo, your guide on this transformative journey, where we share people's experiences to realities they didn't feel were possible. Have you ever felt stuck, lost, or overwhelmed by life's challenges? Well, you're not alone. But here's the secret: those experiences hold the key to unlocking your inner superpowers. Join me as we experience how self love can turn trauma into triumph and how embracing life's magic can lead to a world of endless potential. Get ready to rewrite your story and unleash the superhero within. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss an episode. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share to spread the message of empowerment to others. This is JoJo, and the adventure starts now.
Welcome back, beautiful souls, to JoJo's Infinite Universe. Today, I'm going to speak a little bit about a little bit of a controversial topic, potentially. So I want you to keep an open mind and please comment below about, things that it might make you think or feel, because I really want to hear your opinions on this topic. So, are you ready for the topic? All right. Duality. And you might be like, what are you talking about, Joe? Well, duality is where you see the world as good and bad, right? So most people think that that's the way it works. And like I said before in some of my other podcasts, first of all, you got to first believe in a higher power, right? And if that higher power is sending you good things, blessings, as everyone would call those, then you have to understand that the universe is also sending you bad things or negative emotional experiences, right? So most people will not get behind that. Like, no, God would never have my husband cheat on me. God would never, have my boyfriend beat me. None of these things would ever happen. God would never have that happen. But I challenge you to say, well, were those things trying to get you on a different path? Were you so stuck in where you wanted to be that you allowed things to happen because you didn't see earlier signs that you should have left? Or was that the sign that said, okay, I'm done, time to move on to my next part of my life? Or it could be just the fact of you learning. Like, I'll be honest, I've cheated, I've been cheated on. But those experiences taught me that I didn't want to be that person, that those weren't me, and that I learned that I would never want to do that to someone else either. So by doing the opposite actually taught me that that's not the person I wanted to be. So sometimes we have to not be the person that we are in order to discover who we really truly are. So do you want to be that version of you? Because you can always change it, right? So these experiences help guide you on your path. With that being said, that these negative experiences require people to play villains in these roles. And if you listen to my last week's episode, I talked about how I feel like the big moments in our lives are predestined. Like, we as a soul plan them before we get here. We want to know, we want to experience certain things, or we know that these things are going to push us to our next level and catapult us up higher into a higher evolution. So it's already designed where we were going to be. But as a human, of course not. We're not sitting here, yes, I want trauma, give me all the pain. But those moments are important. So in order to have those moments, the people that play the roles, just like if you were in a play, there's people that have to play those villain roles. So when you recognize that those people playing those roles play them perfectly to a T, we don't like the role that they play, but they do play them. No matter where you look at in your life, whether it was the way your parents raised you, or, the way kids treated you when you were in school, to relationships you have as an adult, each of these things are destined to design you to where you need to be or push you to where you need to be. So when we recognize that that duality really doesn't exist, there is no good or bad, and that includes people. People are just playing their parts. We're able to forgive easier. And forgiving isn't letting them off the hook. Forgiving is letting us off the hook. It is letting it go. Taking those bags of these past experiences and putting them down and moving on with your life. Because you figure out what you can learn from it and then you move on. They're not designed to keep you stuck there in the past. Every time we stay in the past in these, we leave pieces of us in these past moments, we are not whole. So you need to be able to bring yourself forward fully by letting these moments go. I'm not saying that's an easy feat by any means, because the pain, even though it's supposed to help us grow, is very, very real. And sometimes it's not a quick heal to get you from that experience to the next. Um, but if you focus on it and you do the work, you feel the emotions, you process the information, you keep moving in a positive direction, healing little bit by little bit, you're going to eventually come to the end of it. That could take, depending on the experience, it could take 10 minutes or it can take 2 years or more. Who knows? But as long as you're moving towards that positive version of you, that healed version of you, understanding that all of these things are working for you instead of against you, it allows that time frame to decrease, because the more you resist those 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 emotions and that healing, the more you're going to be stuck in it. And do you really want to be stuck in it, where everything constantly is triggering your emotions from these events? No, that's a horrible place to be. And trust me, I know from firsthand experience how that works. So when I was downloaded all this information, when I went through my spiritual awakening, everything seemed very clear of how, you know, my childhood worked out to make me who I was, and how the traumas that I experienced made me out to who I was, and how all these events changed me in order to be who I needed to be in the moments that I was. So my controversial statement is that the universe is bringing us both good and bad. And what does that mean? You know, how does that help you? Well, it allows us to first realize that we're not here to be happy all the time. No. We came from a place full of love, right? So we didn't come here to feel love all the time. We came here to feel the opposites of love so that we can appreciate love, right? Pain is just the absence of love. So when you're experiencing the opposite of love, you then are able to feel love deeper. So the deeper the pain, the more you're capable of feeling the deepness of that love. And that is a gift, even though a lot of people might disagree. But I believe traumas and these types of things are gifts, because it allows us, once we heal, to appreciate those things so much more. Being able to appreciate the earth and being in the nature, being able to appreciate the relationships that you're in and the people that you love and that love you back. If it wasn't for the bad relationships I've had, I wouldn't be able to appreciate the relationship I'm in now. That is just so amazing. And that is the gift, right? The more pain I felt, the more love I can give and I can feel. The people that I've met You know, most of the people that I've met, more traumas they've had and they've healed, those are true survivors. Those are powerful people. And they're able to love in such a depth that's just world changing in reality. So when we look at these perspectives and we start to change the way we see our world, we can really, really change it. We can change our reality by changing our beliefs. Are you still a victim of your past? Or have you worked at making that a better future for yourself? Are you a survivor? Are you a warrior? Because I know the work ain't easy, but I am so proud of you for doing the work, for making yourself a better person, for healing those events from you, for healing the pain inside you, and being able to go through the world with new eyes, new loving eyes. So for the people out there that are still struggling to see the world as every aspect is working for you, not just the good things, I challenge you to look at your past. What would have happened if they would have taken a piece out of it? Take out your trauma. What would have happened? You wouldn't be the person you are today. You wouldn't be closer to the version of you that God created, because you wouldn't have been able to go through that baptism by fire. And when you truly, truly go through these, you really get to know God. It brings you closer to God. If you're not getting closer to God, then you're definitely probably stuck in more of a victim mentality, and then that might not be true either. Please comment below what you think, because I'm just speaking from my experiences and the information that I've been given. But duality does not exist. We're just trying to evolve through this game. We're trying to learn how to love deeper and be better individuals. And if you're looking to change your mindset, I've got you. Reach out to JoJo's Infinite Universe and check out Infinite Mindset Coaching, where I specialize in quantum reprogramming, where I help you identify the items that are holding you back, and we reprogram that subconsciousness so that you can work at your highest potential. So I want to thank you for listening, and I hope this message has at least helped you in one way or another. Please like, subscribe, share so other people get this message as well. But I wish you all a wonderful, magical week. And, I look forward to next week where we can chat some more. And I just love infinitely, my friends. Love infinitely.
Thank you so much for watching. If this week's message spoke to you, please share it so that it can help someone else too. If you need advice or are interested in being part of the show, you can DM me on Instagram or email me at jojosinfiniteuniverse@gmail.com. Until next time, love infinitely, my friends.